everyone, Dominique here with my father, Tom. That's my dad.
Hey there.
So,
Good morning.
Yes, good morning if it's morning where you're at.
If it's not, then good night.
If it's nighttime, good night. Or good afternoon. Anything that you need, we wish you the best for that moment. So I decided to interview my dad about playfulness and parenting and spirituality. Just a little interview. Is not going to take forever, so don't worry, you're not stuck in the interview. If you don't want to watch this, just scroll on by. But if you do, then we're here. Because my father was a playful parent. And because of him and my mother's love, I have always worked with children, and I've always had an ability to play with children. And my father's here visiting, and he's, so fun with my children as a grandfather, and I thought it would be fun to interview him about playfulness. So, Dad.
Yes. What would you like to know?
Okay, so this is our first time doing an interview on the internet, so this is new, a little shy. But you're not feeling shy.
No, it's all new to me. I never have done an interview before on a video, so I'm willing to do this just as an experiment and expressing myself in front of other people when they're not even here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this is what's happening. Okay, so you you are playful wherever you go, children or adults, and you have a history. Tell us about your experience of having that quality of playfulness accessible and alive in your life.
Well, that's like a really big question. I guess my first thought is that part of it is genetic, because my dad had a sense of humor. Mm-hmm. So there's somewhere in my genes I have that characteristic. Mm-hmm. And it just is something that, for me, it's evolved, I guess is the word for it. Mm-hmm. I never really pay attention to it. It's just something that's there, that's kind of inbred. So mm-hmm. my nature is to be light and to have fun pretty much mm-hmm. everywhere I go. Mm-hmm. And I really enjoy making people smile or laugh. So and I'm especially good with children, because I can go to their level, wherever they're at. I can get on the floor and relate to them, and I can just mess with them. Mm-hmm. And not even have a serious conversation, but just have fun. Mm-hmm. And when I do that, I feel like I connect really well. It's good for them, and it's good for me. Mm. My belief is that it's very healthy to laugh and play. It's important to do that every day. Your mom and I, we do that. That's part of our nature, and it's one of the reasons that we're really healthy, is because we just laugh and play and take life really casually. So I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, that's just the first thoughts that come out.
Yeah, like play and laughter has just always been there, and it's natural, and you also believe in it as like a way of life, a way of being in life.
Yes, it's for me. It's critical, important for maintaining your health.
For health.
And
happiness. Yeah,
and just to take life. There's nothing serious going on here, so we just make up a bunch of stuff that we think is critical, urgent, mm-hmm. and it's going to be the end of the world and things. But from my experience says that things always work out. Where they're.
You have like faith that you can trust in the bigger picture, the larger orchestration of things, that things will end up being a blessing or working out or being an opportunity to.
Yeah, and I just expect to do that. And all of it is determined by my attitude towards it, which is light, fluffy, and playful.
Well, I love that about you. And so so that's your overall of your life, and a little bit about playfulness. Okay. So when you were a parent, I remember you being playful, and I'm wondering, like, how did you worked full time, you had 3 daughters. I mean, how did you stay playful? I'm sure, I don't remember, and I know you were stressed or tired, but what was that like, still being your playful self during parenting?
Well, there's 2 elements to it, I guess, if I think about it. And one of it is just being able to connect with you, the child, and in order to do that, you had to be playful because that's their nature to do that. To act like an adult to a child is being a parent that's not necessarily connecting because you had to discipline. You also had to discipline and make sure they're safe and things. But in order to relate, if you go to the playful nature of a child, you can connect better. And even as an adult, it's necessary for me to go there or go where they are. I can get into a high philosophical or mental place and with knowledge and all that stuff, but I'm not going to connect with a kid if they can't go there. So it doesn't make any sense to do that. You just go wherever they're at. And for me, so just to be able to do that. That's the first part. The second part is our nature, even as adults, in my opinion, is still to be playful. So to get out of my workaday world and the seriousness of what I had to do to accomplish and things, to get out of there and just go and be a kid again. For me to be a kid again. See, this is like great stuff. Just get on the floor, play, or make nonsense with the kids. See, it's
actually healthy for the adult.
Yeah,
it's who we are.
I've gone back to my true nature, which is just to be light and fluffy and playful and do that. That feels physically, it feels well. It's very healthy for to get the blood flow and all the energy, and your immune system kicks in, and all the endorphins and all the neurochemicals drop into you, and you're like on a drug just from laughter. And laughter is healing. Laughter is just amazingly healing to the body.
Yeah, it is medicine.
It's medicine. Laughter's the best medicine. I think somebody said that.
This is amazing because so many parents are super stressed and just like forget to make that choice. And to you, it's like you have no choice. You have to give over yourself to playfulness and lightheartedness for your health, and to meet your children where they were at, would meet people where they're at.
Right.
It's like you are willing to surrender.
Yeah,
that truth.
Yeah, it wasn't even a surrender thing. It was just it was natural for me.
Natural.
Natural.
And some people it's not natural.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand it, but to me it's just natural. If you want to connect with people, you have to go where they're at. And a child is in a playful, creative place, and they want to have fun, and so as an adult, just go there. You still have to be a parent. You have to make sure they're safe and their needs are met. But in the meantime, you can just have fun in the middle of being disciplinary and all the other stuff you need to do. It's all about the attitude. Saying the kids are not going to relate very well to somebody who's heavy-handed with them and trying to control them and manipulate. They will shut you down, or they're going to resist what you're doing. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it, or how you send a message to them that you have love. Even when you're being a disciplinarian and they have to, do whatever you're telling them. If you have love, lightheartedness in your heart, that message will get through better that way. Then go clean your room. You got to clean your room. Then they're going to rebel at that. They don't want to do it. So how the message is delivered is critical.
I'm so inspired by what you're saying. So, for people who don't know are just like, so many of us lose that sense of playfulness.
Okay.
Like, we forget, and we get stuck in the day-to-day life. So, do you have any tips for like going from stressed and having forgotten to play for a few years or months or days, or like, how do you go from being stressed, forgetting to play, disconnected from your children, to getting on the floor and
that's actually a matter of making it a priority to play instead of to be serious. We're talking about, you got to be serious about your job as a mother, and everything you have to be in control, and the kids have to do this, and the house has to look like all of that, and you got to do all this stuff. That's being really serious about everything. So it's just a matter of making a choice to lighten up.
Make a choice.
Yeah, chill out. Just have a good time. You can still clean the house.
He says, "Chill out, people."
Chill out. You can still clean the house, and you can still manage your kids or whatever. But you can just be light about it.
Make a choice, guys.
Yeah, it's just a matter of choice. We all have that. It's like an inbred thing. You can do A or B. Do you want to be stressed out and do all this crap and fight everything?
Okay.
And cause you,
Make a choice. What if I don't have time?
Well,
What if I got to go from here to there for 5 days a week,
well,
and the weekends I got to
well,
do the
then-
laundry and the errands?
yeah.
What if I don't have time?
Well, that's a matter of not having time is still a choice. You're making a determination that one thing's more important than another. It's
She's got
still
all
the
the
same thing.
My dad's perfect.
I'm not perfect.
Therefore, I'm perfect.
Well, no, she's got a lot of work to do yet, but we're working on that.
This is our issue, okay? So we're working it out together.
No, it's all a matter of choice and priorities. You have made a decision that doing the laundry is more important than
The relationship,
doing something else.
the closeness, or the
Yeah, you still have to do your
spirits.
chores. Still have to do your chores. But my belief is that if you're stressed out about stuff, you can't accomplish as much as if you're in a very good, relaxed, peaceful state.
Mm-hmm.
You can still do the laundry and manage the house.
So changing the consciousness. You still do some of the duties.
You still do it. You still have to do that.
But we can
you
change
still
how
have
we do
to
it.
cook dinner. And the kids are, have all this energy that we as adults don't necessarily have, because that's what happens to adults, because we've stressed ourselves out for so many years that we lost all the energy.
Why are we laughing? It's so sad.
We overloaded ourselves with a bunch of crap that wasn't necessary, so we're just stressing our heads all full of crap and our bodies are tense. How the heck can we enjoy life? God didn't want us to be this way. He wants us to be happy, have fun, and be peaceful and joyful and blissful,
and connected,
and fly and be healthy, and physically healthy, and just appreciate life and be grateful. So all those characteristics need to fit into every day in your life, including your kids.
Okay, guys. One more question, Dad, and then
Okay.
another question after that.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what you're about to say. How does playfulness connect to spiritual life?
Okay. Well, I think that us being spirits are emotionally free. It's kind of a general term. As a spirit part of us doesn't have that part of emotions. It's just energy or love, and it's not conditional to the way things go on this earth thing. We don't have that. As humans, we have all those conditional things to be happy, and we set all that up. Things have to be a certain way. Expectations have to meet certain requirements. People have to do. Kids have to. We set all that up, but the spirit of us doesn't have that. It is just free, playful, blissful, and that's what we are. But we decided that we didn't want to be there, so we caused ourselves a bunch of stress and anxiety and pressure that's not necessary. We can still be human and come from our spiritual place, from our heart. Let our heart direct what we're doing. Let the brain follow directions, as opposed to the brain trying to direct the heart to be loving. It doesn't work. It's kind of we got that backwards. So just a matter of realizing that we are spirits, or energy, or we're souls, or however you describe that. That's the essence of who we are. We're spirits in a body, just experiencing life. And how we feel about that is going to determine on how we express ourselves. We're coming from our mind, which is our egoic self, trying to do things, or we're going to come from our spirit. When we come from our spirit, it doesn't make any difference what's happening, what the kids are doing, or what the demands of the world are. Everything's just in a perfect place for us to be.
Yeah. So from our spiritual self, the spirit is not attached to the external circumstances being just the way we want them to and working out all in our favor necessarily. Right. We're actually just we're free-spirited, and we're curious what will happen next and how it will lead to more, opportunity or growth or and naturally so playfulness is who we are. But some people don't identify with that or don't have access to that quality, and they want it because they're,
And that's only because they've habituated themselves to not have it. They've decided to give attention to things that cause them anxiety, stress, and that has become their identity, and that's what they know. That's not what they identify with. In order to change that, I'll draw a parallel for you, and this is nothing personal, but just to a person that's like, let's say, overweight, maybe 200 or 300 pounds overweight. That's extreme. They didn't gain all that weight in one day. It was over time through lifestyle, whatever, And in order to lose that, they have to do the same thing. They have to reverse the process, start losing a pound a day to get back to
just a gradual.
It's a gradual thing, and we have to do the same thing. We have to be committed and determined to change our behaviors and our habits that are causing us the feelings of distress. So we have to actually make it a priority to do it.
We sort of have to train ourselves in a different direction if we're kind of going in a direction that we're dissatisfied with. And of course, playfulness isn't the only quality that people want to access. Sometimes it's power or confidence or love. You know, it can be many different qualities. But today we're talking about playfulness because my audience are parents, and all the parents have children, and all the children speak the language of play.
Right.
And so, or playful, you know, imagination and creativity. So therefore, something to talk about.
Yeah. So parents, chill out. Give your children the gift of playfulness. I mean, that's the best thing you could do for them, is to do that. Go to their level. They're going to be just fine without all the crap that you give them. They're just going to be fine. Leave them alone. Let them grow and experience life. That's what they want to do. They don't need to be controlled, manipulated. They don't need to do that. They need to be safe. They need to be safe and their needs taken care of. That's what they need. They need to be loved and cared for. That's it. It's the most valuable thing you can do, is just love your kids.
Aww.
So chill out.
Okay, Dad, I have a question. One more question for you.
Okay.
Would you be willing to take on a challenge of doing another video or five-day challenge of videos that you put on the internet? This is just because my dad's so playful, and I'm trying. This is the only time I could get him to force him to stretch himself.
My hands are tied.
I thought it would be fun for you to do like five videos, put them on the internet.
What do you want me to do on how to
like
build a house?
Your phone. No, so I don't know. Whatever.
Oh,
you obviously have a lot.
How to grow vegetables? I'm not good at that. I'll do it on vegetables.
You're wise. You're playful. You have a lot to offer. I know it, and I'm challenging you in front of the whole internet.
I'll do it. I don't have a subject thing, but I can think of something.
Okay.
It's like, how deep do you want to go? Down the rabbit hole, that is. I can go there. It's
5 videos.
Really, if you've never been down a rabbit hole, it's a good place to be.
Like 5 videos within the next 2 weeks or something.
I could do it. That means that I'm in your club. Is that what this is?
No, it had nothing to do with the club.
Well, your group. What do you want to call it?
No, not that group. This is. Oh, I'll share it to my group if you want, to my audience.
All right,
but you can share it to your Facebook page. And
you share it to me.
Share it around the internet and go viral. I want my father to go viral.
What we're gonna do is we'll keep it in this group, but I want to have that.
This isn't a group. This is no group.
Well, what is it?
I'm gonna share this to my Facebook page and my Facebook timeline, so it's gonna be. It could go to hundreds of people.
Oh, that's interesting. So where's? So you're asking me to do this, but I'm the one who's doing it. Nobody else is doing anything. Is that what this is?
No, this is just a challenge that your daughter gave you to make 5 videos, just to put yourself on the internet with some meaningful some meaningful topic.
Oh, that's interesting. Some meaningful topic.
Yeah, in a playful way, being you. You have a lot of wisdom.
Okay, well, let me think about how I would what I would do with that.
Yeah, think about it.
I probably respond better if somebody asks me a question or something.
We could get that to you.
That's what I would.
Questions.
I tell you what, somebody supply the questions and I'll respond to it. Just like we're doing this thing with the humor thing, I probably work better with that because I could get on to how to replace a starter motor, and that's not anything that's going to work. Yeah. I would rather respond to something that would connect or some issue somebody's got, or you want a solution to something I might have. But I don't have. We can
get you 5 questions.
Yeah.
5 topics.
Just
we'll
take them. Take them and
I'm willing to
survey some people, and I'll respond to that.
Okay. All right, Dad. I love you.
All right, I love you too.
Interview.
Okay, this has been fun.
It was fun, you guys.
Chill out.
Thank you for being with us.
See ya.
Bye.